Camilla's shocking betrayal exposed. Her ex-husband breaks his silence. Camilla's relationship with King Charles has been a topic of fascination for years, filled with secrets, drama, and scandal. But now her ex-husband, Andrew Parker Bowles, is finally breaking his silence, and what he says will completely change the way we look at this royal love story. Was Princess Diana the only one who was hurt by this affair? Or is there an even deeper betrayal that's been hiding from the public for years? Join us in this video as we unravel the shocking truth behind Camilla's past and reveal the secrets that have been kept from the world. The story of King Charles, Camilla, Princess Diana, and Andrew is about to get even more complicated. Stay tuned as we uncover the truths no one expected. Number 1. The scandalous origins of Camilla and King Charles' affair. Camilla and King Charles' affair didn't begin with Princess Diana. It started long before. Back in the early 1970s, when King Charles went off to the Navy, Camilla married Andrew Parker Bowles. But this wasn't a typical love story. It was one that raised many questions from the start. Some believed Camilla's marriage to Andrew was more about maintaining her image and reputation than true love. Even after tying the knot, Camilla and King Charles continued their affair, which was no secret to those close to them. Their relationship wasn't just one of infatuation. It was a deep emotional connection that outlasted Camilla's marriage. The question that many have asked over the years is, why did Camilla marry Andrew in the first place if her heart was with King Charles? Was it a social arrangement, or was it simply the only option available to her at the time? Whatever the reason, this relationship set the stage for the dramatic love triangle that would capture the world's attention. Number 2. Andrew Parker Bowles' bombshell revelation. Andrew Parker Bowles has finally revealed his thoughts on the affair between Camilla and King Charles, and his comments are nothing short of explosive. For years, the story's been told from Princess Diana's point of view, painting Camilla as the villain. But Andrew's revelation changes everything. According to him, the betrayal wasn't just against Princess Diana, it was also against him. While he was married to Camilla, she continued to see King Charles, keeping their emotional connection alive. The big question now is, did Andrew know about the affair all along? And if he did, why did he stay silent? Was he simply turning a blind eye to the reality of his wife's actions? Or did he choose to accept it for the sake of his own position in society? Andrew's comments have caused a stir, leaving people wondering if he was also a victim of Camilla's betrayal or if he just played along with the situation. Either way, his words have brought a new perspective on this long-standing royal scandal. Number 3. How Princess Diana discovered the betrayal. Princess Diana's awareness of the affair between King Charles and Camilla was more than just a suspicion. It was a painful truth she had to live with. From the moment she married King Charles, she knew there was something off about his feelings toward her. But it wasn't until later that Princess Diana discovered the full extent of the betrayal. In one of her most famous interviews, Princess Diana openly stated, "There were 3 of us in this marriage," referring to the undeniable presence of Camilla in her relationship. This was not just a passing remark. It was a painful acknowledgement of the reality Princess Diana faced. What's even more heart-wrenching is that Princess Diana confronted Camilla face-to-face. At a party, Princess Diana approached her and said, "I want my husband." This direct confrontation showed just how much Princess Diana was struggling with the truth. She knew that King Charles was in love with Camilla, and it hurt. The public often speculated whether King Charles ever intended to leave Princess Diana for Camilla. But Princess Diana's pain made it clear. She was the one left in the dark, while King Charles' heart was elsewhere. Number 4. The fallout. How the Queen reacted to the affair. The Queen's response to King Charles and Camilla's relationship was far from supportive. At first, she disapproved of Camilla's place in the royal family, refusing to acknowledge her or invite her to royal events. For a long time, Camilla was viewed as the other woman, and the British public had little sympathy for her. This wasn't just about a private affair. It became a full-blown royal scandal that threatened the image of the monarchy itself. When King Charles admitted his affair with Camilla on national television, The backlash was immediate and fierce. Camilla became one of the most disliked women in Britain, and her reputation seemed beyond repair. It took years of public relations work and careful rebranding before Camilla was finally accepted into the royal fold. Even when she married King Charles in 2005, many still saw her as the woman who had torn apart Princess Diana's marriage. The Queen may have eventually warmed to her, but it was clear that the damage done by this affair would never fully go away. Number 5. Why did Andrew Parker Bowles attend Camilla and King Charles' wedding? One of the most surprising moments in this entire saga was Andrew Parker Bowles' attendance at Camilla and King Charles' wedding in 2005. How could the ex-husband of the woman who'd been at the center of one of the most public royal scandals be invited to their wedding? Some believe that Andrew was simply being the gracious ex-husband, accepting the reality of the situation and moving on. Others speculate that Andrew was always in some way involved in the royal world, and attending the wedding was just part of playing his role in the larger royal drama. His presence at the wedding raised many eyebrows, especially considering the history between King Charles, Camilla, and himself. Did Andrew attend because he truly had no hard feelings? Or was there some unspoken understanding between him, Camilla, and King Charles? Whatever the reason, Andrew's appearance at the wedding made it clear that despite the past, he was still a part of the royal family's complex web of relationships. Number 6. The truth about Camilla and Andrew's marriage. Camilla and Andrew Parker Bowles' marriage was never the typical love story. In fact, many people believe their marriage was more about social status and family connections than true romantic love. Camilla and Andrew were both from well-established families, and their marriage helped secure their places in British society. But what really sets their relationship apart is the fact that they both seemed to have an understanding that their marriage wasn't going to be exclusive. Andrew, a military man with his own busy life, and Camilla, who was already emotionally involved with King Charles, lived in a kind of open marriage. While the public never fully understood the dynamics of their relationship, it's clear that their marriage had its own set of rules. Many people wonder if Andrew ever felt betrayed by Camilla's affair with King Charles. Some say that Andrew knew about it and was okay with it, while others suggest that he was blindsided by the depth of Camilla's connection with King Charles. Either way, their marriage wasn't typical, and Andrew's reactions to the affair raise even more questions about the complicated nature of their relationship. Number 7. The role of the Parker Bowles family in the scandal. The Parker Bowles family was not just an ordinary family. They were part of Britain's elite aristocracy, with connections that went far beyond just wealth and status. Andrew's family in particular had a strong presence in the military and social circles, and it seemed they may have played a significant role in how the affair between Camilla and King Charles was handled behind the scenes. Some insiders have suggested that the Parker Bowles family turned a blind eye to Camilla's affair because it benefited their social standing. It was not unusual for aristocratic families to make certain compromises for the sake of preserving their positions in society. Did Andrew's family know about the affair and simply choose not to interfere? Was it a matter of maintaining the status quo, even if it meant sacrificing personal feelings? These questions made it clear that the Parker Bowles family's influence likely had a hand in how Camilla's affair with King Charles was dealt with, and their quiet acceptance may have allowed the scandal to continue for so long without serious consequences. Number 8. Did Camilla ever love Andrew? This is one of the most debated questions surrounding Camilla and Andrew's marriage. Did Camilla ever truly love Andrew? Or was he just a stepping stone in her pursuit of social standing? Some people argue that Camilla married Andrew because he was a safe option at the time, someone from a respected family who could offer her the stability she needed. Others believed that there was genuine affection between the two, but that Camilla's heart ultimately belonged to King Charles. It's clear that while Camilla and Andrew shared a life together, her emotional attachment was always with King Charles, even after her marriage. However, there are also signs that Camilla did care for Andrew in her own way. After all, they stayed married for many years, and Camilla never sought to divorce Andrew until much later. Did she love him? Maybe. But it seems that her love for King Charles was the overriding force that shaped her actions throughout their marriage. And her commitment to Andrew was more about convenience and family connections than passion. Number 9. How the public reacted to the affair over the years. For years, Camilla was one of the most hated women in Britain. The affair between her and King Charles destroyed the fairy tale image of the royal family, and the public couldn't forgive her for being the other woman in Princess Diana and King Charles' marriage. Tabloids regularly called Camilla a homewrecker, and for a long time, she was the subject of public outrage. The media and the public painted her as the villain in a story that was already filled with heartbreak and scandal. The public protests against King Charles and Camilla's relationship were widespread, and for many, it seemed like the monarchy would never recover from the damage. But over time, as Camilla became more involved in charity work and as her role in the royal family evolved, people's opinions started to shift. It wasn't easy for Camilla to overcome the years of negative press, but with time and careful image building, she began to win over some of her critics. Still, the shadow of her affair with King Charles looms over her reputation, and it will never fully go away, no matter how much she tries to rebrand herself. Number 10. The final betrayal. Was Princess Diana the only victim? The real betrayal wasn't just to Princess Diana, as many believed for years. It was to an entire generation of people who grew up believing in the fairy tale image of the royal family. For decades, people saw King Charles and Princess Diana as the ideal couple, and when their marriage fell apart because of Camilla's affair, it shattered that image. The betrayal wasn't just personal, it was public, and it affected the way people viewed the monarchy as a whole. Princess Diana wasn't the only one who suffered. The entire world watched as King Charles' affair became a headline, and the ripple effect of that scandal was felt across the globe. Many people who admired Princess Diana saw her as a victim, and rightfully so. But in many ways, the biggest betrayal was how this affair destroyed the idealized image of the royal family and forced the public to see them in a much more flawed light. The impact of this betrayal still lingers today, and it's likely that Camilla, King Charles, and the royal family will never fully recover from it. Number 11. The impact of Camilla's image over time. Over the years, Camilla's public image is transformed in ways no one could have predicted when her affair with King Charles first became public. Initially, she was seen as the villain in the royal love triangle, responsible for the heartbreak of Princess Diana and the tarnishing of the royal family's image. For decades, Camilla was the target of public scorn and media attacks. But over time, things began to change. Camilla didn't just sit back and let the negative press define her. Instead, she worked hard to build a new identity for herself. She became involved in various charitable causes, focusing on issues like osteoporosis and literacy. Slowly, her public persona began to shift from that of the other woman to a more compassionate and caring figure. While some people still hold on to their resentment toward her, many have softened their views. Camilla's long road to redemption shows that while the past can never be fully erased, it's possible to redefine oneself through actions. But the question remains, can she ever truly shake off the shadows of her past? Number 12. Camilla's role as Queen Consort. When Camilla married King Charles in 2005, many thought she would never be fully accepted as a member of the royal family. But as time has passed, she's gained a more established role, particularly with her becoming Queen Consort upon the death of Queen Elizabeth. Her acceptance into the royal fold wasn't immediate, and her journey's been a long one. For many, seeing Camilla in the role of Queen Consort was a hard pill to swallow, especially after everything that had happened with Princess Diana. However, over time, Camilla worked to solidify her place beside King Charles, focusing on royal duties and using her position to support various causes. Her new title, though, still carries the weight of her past, and there are still many who question whether she truly deserves it. For some, it's a sign of the monarchy's ability to move forward, while for others, it's a painful reminder of the drama and betrayal that marred the royal family's image. Camilla's role as Queen Consort will forever be tied to her past, and it remains to be seen how history will remember her. Number 13. the changing dynamics between Camilla, King Charles, and Princess Diana. The relationships between Camilla, King Charles, and Princess Diana were complicated from the start, and the drama that unfolded between them has left an indelible mark on the royal family. For years, King Charles and Princess Diana's marriage was seen as a tragic love story, with Princess Diana portrayed as the victim of Camilla's affair. But over time, people have come to understand that the dynamics between the three of them were much more complex. King Charles and Camilla's bond was deep, and while Princess Diana may have been heartbroken by the affair, it's clear that King Charles and Camilla's relationship went beyond mere attraction. It was built on emotional connection and shared history. For Princess Diana, the discovery of King Charles' affair was devastating. But in hindsight, it seems that King Charles may have never been truly in love with her the way he was with Camilla. Princess Diana's pain was genuine, but so too was the connection that King Charles and Camilla shared. Their affair wasn't just a mistake. It was the result of a relationship that had been brewing for years. Understanding the complexity of these relationships gives us a deeper insight into the royal family's struggles and how they navigated their complicated personal lives. Number 14. The continued fascination with the royal love triangle. Even after all these years, the love triangle between King Charles, Princess Diana, and Camilla continues to captivate the public's imagination. The story of their troubled marriages, affairs, and eventual acceptance of one another is still a topic of fascination. The media constantly revisits the royal drama, exploring new angles and rehashing old wounds. For many, the story of King Charles, Princess Diana, and Camilla represents more than just a scandal. It's a symbol of love, betrayal, and the consequences of living life under public scrutiny. People are still intrigued by the twists and turns of the royal love triangle, and every new revelation or comment only adds fuel to the fire. What makes this story so captivating is the human element. The emotions, the heartbreak, the forgiveness. These are all things that everyone can relate to, even if they're not part of the royal family. The continued fascination with this royal drama proves that some stories never truly fade, and that the world will always be interested in the secrets of the British royal family. Number 15. The legacy of the royal scandal. The legacy of the scandal surrounding King Charles, Princess Diana, and Camilla will be felt for generations to come. It's not just about the personal pain and heartbreak that each of them experienced. It's also about how this drama has shaped the perception of the royal family. The once perfect image of the monarchy was shattered by the very public breakdown of King Charles and Princess Diana's marriage, and the affair that followed only added fuel to the fire. Over the years, the royal family has had to rebuild its reputation, and much of that work is being done by Camilla herself, as she slowly earned her place by King Charles' side. But the past cannot be erased. The scandal will forever be part of royal history, and it will always be a reminder of the very human flaws that exist within the world's most famous family. As time passes, the legacy of this affair will continue to influence how people view the royal family, the monarchy, and even love itself. The drama of King Charles, Princess Diana, and Camilla is more than just a historical event. It's a story that continues to resonate with the public, and one that will be remembered for many years to come. And there you have it, Camilla's shocking betrayal exposed, with new revelations from her ex-husband Andrew Parker Bowles that have left everyone rethinking the royal love story. But now we want to hear from you. Do you think Andrew's truly betrayed, or did he simply accept the situation? Was Princess Diana the only victim in this affair, or were there deeper layers to the story? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!